Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and we welcome you to another presentation of Fall Classic Baseball tutorial. I believe this is part 4. I've done 3 others. One got cut off, number 2, and this is part 4, so you can continue to learn Fall Classic Baseball. Um, we got a new series here. It's going to be Phillies versus New York at Shea Stadium, and of course, Tom Terrific is on the mound, the 67 rookie Tom Terrific, against a guy named John Boozer. John Boozer had 7 starts and a 1.48 whip. And we were in the top of the 4th. The score is 2-0. The Mets scored in the first inning on a single by Tommy Davis and then a home run by Eddie Kranepool. So it's 2-0 Mets. We go to the top of the 4th, and Seaver's got at least 21 consecutive scoreless innings. And it's going to be Tony Gonzalez, Johnny Briggs, and Dick Allen for the Philadelphia Phillies. Batting 4th is Callison, 5th is Bill White, 6th is Dalrymple, the catcher. 7th is Tony Taylor, the second baseman, Bobby Wine, the shortstop, and then John Boozer, pitcher. So let's pull a fast action card and see how this goes. We're doing a tutorial on Fall Classic Baseball. So we're going to look in column 4. Since it is the 4th inning, it's going to be a 31. So when I look at Gonzalez's 31, it is a blank. So then that's going to force me to go to Seaver's 31, and that's going to be a ground ball and through for a base hit. So that is the first hit of the ball game. Let me just put a line like that and keep it simple. And here's Johnny Briggs. Johnny Briggs batted .232 with 9 home runs. He's a good bunter, so we're going to try to bunt with him. Let's roll a D6. We want 5 or less to get it down, and then 5 or less for it to be a successful bunt. So let's roll the double D6. It's a pretty cool die that I have here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one die. So that's pretty interesting, and that's a 4, so he lays it down properly. Now let's say it's a successful bunt, and it is. And we can make it like a 1-4. I don't keep track of stats. So it's a 1-4, and he goes to second base. So we got a runner in scoring position here. And it's Dick Allen. Dick Allen had a above average 67 season with 23 home runs and batted .307. His on-base percentage was .404. So it gives you all the stats at the bottom of the card, which is nice. These cards are very, very nice. Fall Classic Baseball cards. They're kind of a little bit on the glossy side and not too thick. They're not as thick as, like, let's say, the Payoff pitch cards, but they're larger than the Payoff pitch cards, which means that they can make the font bigger, so they're extremely easy to read. And for somebody like me, that's a huge factor in my enjoying the game. If I have to struggle and use my trusty Sherlock Holmes magnifier, it's a little bit of a drag. I'll do it, but it's a little bit of a drag. Now, even the Digi Dugout scorecards use extremely small font, super duper small font, and I wish they would change that, or at least give you the option of changing that. That would be huge if they did that. All right, so Dick Allen, Tom Seaver to Dick Allen. Here's a pitch. I'm going to pull a fast action card, and we look in column 4, the top, which is the D36. It's a 24. 24 on Dick Allen, hit by pitch if we pull a 1. So let's go to the 4th, and it's a 6, so there's no 1, so there's no hit by pitch. It's going to be an out. We're going to find out what kind of an out it is. It doesn't really matter. An out's an out. There's a runner at second base, but he could advance. So let's see if it's a fly ball to left field, runner from second to third holds. This is the fast action card, and it tells you what happens right here. Runner on second to third holds. So we're just going to write out since nothing happened there. So that's 2 outs for Seaver. And now it's Johnny Callison. Let's learn a little bit about Johnny Callison. I enjoy learning about the players from this era. It's a little bit before my time, but still interesting. Callison had a 261 batting average, and you can read that right here at the bottom of the card. He had an on-base percentage of 329 and had 14 home runs, 30 doubles, 5 triples. So he's a hitter. Here's a pitch, and we're looking at a 24, and that is going to be, again, a hit by pitch 1-3. And we roll a 2, so this is the second batter that Seaver plunks, hit by pitch, puts runners on first and second. He hit the first batter of the game, Tony Gonzalez. So this brings up Bill White. Now, I believe Bill White is declining in ability. Does it say how old he is at this point? I believe so. I believe it's the number in parentheses. I believe it's the number in parentheses. Let me see. Seaver, 22, yeah? So he is 33 at this point, Bill White. In 1967, he hits only 8 home runs with a 250 batting average and 300 plate appearances. So Bill White is up. He's a left-handed hitter. Here's a pitch. Again, we look at 4. It's a 34. We look at the card. It's a blank. What do you do when it's a blank on the batter card? Well, you go to the pitcher card. And we go to 34, and that's going to be a base hit. Uh-oh. This could mean a run here for the Phils, and that'll break up Seaver's hitless streak. So let's see what happens. Let's see. There's a runner on second. We're going to try to advance him. 2-4, there's an assist question to the center fielder. Our center fielder is Cleon Jones. He's an A3. So 1-3, he is out at the plate. And it's a 6. He is safe. And the Phillies make it a 2-1 ball game. Now, what happens to the runner at first? That's a question that I have. F advance. Let's just hope he's an F. Let's see. Johnny Callison. So it's an RBI single, and he is an F. Callison is an F, so he's going to advance to third base. So that's going to be an RBI single. He drives in number 1. That's why I do it. The first place batter. And it's Dalrymple now with runners on first and third. Here's a pitch for 4. It's a 13. 13 is an out, and that will retire. Oh, wait a second. There's only 1 out. So 13 is an automatic double play if it's a ground out. So we got to pull and see, and it's a pop-up. It's a pop-up. And what was our number? Our number was a 13. So that is a 3. It's a pop-up, foul territory, and the second baseman, Bushek, runs it down. Tells you all that right here. So you can take the pop-up to the shortstop, or you're going to refer to the white die for a little bit of a little spice. It has different things happening here. So pop 4. Oh, so F runner. Oh, but that's only if there's a 1. If I would have rolled the second, the white die would have been a 1. So I rolled a 13. The white die would be the second die. That would be a 3, and that's why I put a pop up. Oh no, 13 should have been a pop up to the first baseman. Doesn't matter. Doesn't advance. All right. So that's 2 outs. I think I just wrote out there. Big circle. Make it simpler. And Tony Taylor now. Tony Taylor batted 238 with 2 home runs. Here's a pitch from Seaver. That's a 4. That's a 44. That is a base hit. And with a runner at third, that's going to be another run. The game is tied. And what happens to the runner at first? He's going to hold the second base. So it's an RBI. Number 4 scores. And this brings up Bobby Wine. So we pull a card for Bobby Wine. There's 2 outs. Oh no, wait a second. That was 3 outs. That's wrong. I was wrong. That was 3 outs. I knew it. So it was 1 out there, 1 out there, and then 1 out there. So that was 3 outs. We went 1 too many. All right, fix that. So only 1 run scores. 2 left on. And 1 run on 2 hits. 2-1 Mets. Tony Taylor will be leading off the next inning. All right, Tommy Davis was 1 for 1 and a run scored. Here's a pitch, and we're still in the 4th inning, so we're looking at the 4th column. It's a 21 on Tommy Davis. That's an out, 1 away. Steady Eddie Kranepool on a 4 is a 35. We're going to take that to the C on the pitcher because it's a blank. 35 is a blank. We go to 35 here. It's a base hit. So Kranepool lines a single. He's 2 for 2, having a good day. And 27 batters faced, but Boozer, we will pull Boozer before that because he is a C, so I don't know how long he'll go. All right, I'm going to pull a fast action card. Again, we're looking at the 4. It's an 11. 11 is going to be walk 1 to 19, so most likely it's a walk. 7 is a walk based on balls. Puts runners on 1st and 2nd for the Mets. Kenny Boyer. Kenny Boyer's 0 for 1. And it's a pitch. It's a 55. That's going to be a base hit of some kind. And it's a base hit single into left center field, cut off by the center fielder, Briggs. And let's see if the runner on seconds can score. Tommy Davis, I know, is fast, and it says fast advances. And 1 to 3, hold. If 1 out, what assist question mark? So question mark, I believe, gives me the option. I don't know that it's telling me that I have to run. I'd like the game telling me I have to run. So he's going to stop at second base, and I will check that out. It's an RBI single. Kenny Boyer, we roll the roll the 55. Let's see where that is. Yep. All right, so runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 out, 3-1 Mets. And up is Jerry Bouchek. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, playing Fall Classic Baseball. Tutorial. We're doing 3 innings of this. Jerry Bouchek, 45. 45 is going to be a blank, and we're going to pull pitcher card. At 45 is an out on the ground. An out on the ground. He's a righty. And this, I believe, is a double play. We went through this before. Runners on 1st and 2nd. We got to look at that chart. Got to find these charts. I have to organize them a little bit better. So I'm looking for the out chart with runners on 1st and 2nd. It's runners on 1st and 3rd. So I'll try. Here it is, out chart with runners on 1st and 2nd. And when it's a G, you check code 6. Code 6 says grounded to shortstop. White die is a 5, so it's not a 1. So it's not runner's advance. And instead, S arm, strong arm at shortstop, which I don't think shortstop. Oh yeah, he is. So Bobby Wine is gonna throw him to second base for one, back to first, double play, 6-4-3 double play, and that retires the side. But the Mets pick up 1 run on 2 hits. So Bobby Wine does have a strong arm, so he gets the advantage and gets the double play. That's the nice thing about this game. It has a lot of little details like that. All right, it's Taylor leading it off against Tom Terrific. This is 5-36. 36 is a blank, and on Tom Terrific's card, 36 is an out. 1 away. Next is Bobby Wine. He's 0 for 1. 24. 24 is an out. 2 away. And Boozer, 66. Oh no, 13. 13 is a strikeout. Strikeout number 4 for Tom Terrific. That retires the side. No runs, no hits. Bottom of the 5th. Jerry Grote leading it off against John Boozer. Throws right-handed. Here's a pitch. That is we're in the 5th inning. It's a 35 for Grote. That's a blank. Boozer's 35 is a single. So Grote's on, and see if he's going to try to bunt. He squares. Bunt just lays it down. Is it a good bunt? It is. We'll make that. So we'll make that make it an S, sacrifice, I guess, and just move to second. Put sacrifice there. All right, so Seaward lays it down, does his job, and here's Buddy Harrelson. Here's a pitch. Again, we are in inning 5, so we're going to look in column 5. It's a 33. That's a base hit. Will the run score? Grote is not. I think he's slow, actually. And FA score, otherwise he holds. So he's going to hold at third base. He's slow. And we'll confirm that. If you look at here in the upper right-hand corner, see he's slow, so he's going to hold up. And we'll just run that. We'll put that in his run rating, even though I have that memorized already. So runners on first and third for Cleon Jones. Infield is going to be, it's the 5th inning, so my house rule says automatic. With first and, yeah, we're down already 2 runs. We don't want to make it 3, so we're going to keep the infield in for Cleon Jones. That's a 5, that's a 34. 34 is a blank on Jones. So we're going to look at Boozer, and a 34 is a single. And 1 run's going to score. What happens to the runner at first? Or run with risk? I can run with risk against a left fielder. And I'm just going to play it safe. Learning the game, I'm not going to pressure myself. 8. If it was a close game, at the end, and I would definitely maybe try it, depending. But right now, I can just hold up, and Tommy Davis is up with only 1 out. Runners on first and second. So we're going to look in the bullpen already. We're going to start taking a peek in the bullpen and see what we got. That's the Mets. So I got to look at the Phillies, and I'll show you how I do it pretty much. I look for the guys that kind of pitch the most. So the pitcher cards have the 3 columns, so you want to look for that. Here they are. So you got guys like Dallas Green, he 8 games. Grant Jackson, 43 games, so that's a guy that you may want to bring in. Dick Hall, 48 games. Turk Farrell, 50 games. So these are the guys that I would probably bring in here. Larry Jackson, no, these are starters. Jim Bunning, another starter. So those are my relievers. I got 4 main relievers there. And then, of course, I have some starters I can relieve. So we're warming those guys up a little bit. And it's Tommy Davis, runners on first and second. We're doing a 3-inning tutorial, so I'm going really slow and kind of pointing out what I'm looking at. So Tommy Davis is up, runners on first and second, 1 out. Here's a pitch. Again, it's the 5th inning, so we're looking at column 5. 63. 63 on Davis is a blank, so we grab the pitcher card, Boozer, and we look at his 63, and that's an out. What kind of an out? He's a batter righty, so it's going to be against lefties, or a lefty batter and a righty batter. So it's a ground out to third base. And runners on first and second, situation fielder at second is out, 5-4. Second base S. If the second baseman has an S, and he does not, he has an average arm, he would turn a double play. So it's a 5-4 fielder's choice. So that's a nice thing about this game. All the players have unique characteristics. Alan Shaw, how are you, brother? Good morning to you. So all the players have unique characteristics, and they come into play. This is Fall Classic Baseball. This is a lot of fun. A lot of good things about this game. First and third. Eddie Kranepool is 2 for 2 today. He hit a home run in the first, and then he singled and scored a run in the fourth. There's 2 outs. There was a sacrifice, and now there's the fielder's choice. And now Eddie Kranepool with runners on first and third against Boozer. So Boozer's allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits so far. This may be his last batter. Let's see if he can get Kranepool out. Here's a pitch. We're going to pull a fast action card. And again, we're looking at column 5 because we are in the 5th inning. 41 is the roll. And on Kranepool, that's a blank. So that means we pull Boozer. And Boozer today is a seat pitcher. When we rolled at the beginning of the game, we put him in column C. And it tells you right up here, 15. We rolled a 16, 15 to 20 is, or 17, 15 to 20 is a C. We're looking at 41, and 41, the roll is a walk. So that's ball 4, and that is going to be it for Boozer. He's struggled enough today. So when you want to keep a close eye on pitchers when they roll in the C column, because it can very quickly and very easily get out of hand. So you want to bring in a reliever here. Drew Farrell had 12 saves. Dick Hall had 9 saves. Grant Jackson, a lefty, to pitch to Ronnie Swoboda, a righty. Let's see, we got a righty, and righty. So I want to bring in a righty. Let me go with not Dallas Green. I'm going to go with Dick Hall. Now, really, ultimately, the key here is the roll. So let's look and see how that works. When you bring in a pitcher, you got A, B, and C. I'm going to roll. And A is 1 to 6. He gets the A column, which he's going to be an ace today. B, he's going to be average. And then C, he's going to be struggling. So let's see. We're going to roll that D20 to C. And that's an 18, so he's going to be a C pitcher. So it's there. The Phillies are having a tough day. And batters faced, 10 batters faced. So you can go 10. I doubt he'll get that far, but we never know. We'll see what happens. All right, so a new pitcher for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Can make a notation of that, put a little squiggly line there, EKG line. Ron Swoboda, righty versus righty. Here's a pitch. Runners, bases are loaded. It's a 5. It's a 61. 61's a blank. So what do? We pull Dick Hall's card, and we look at 61, and that's a strikeout. Big strikeout for Halls. And Swoboda goes down, swing to retire the side. The Mets could have been much worse. They only pick up 1 run, and they lead at 4-1 on 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. And we're at the top of the 6th. This is the last inning that we're doing as a tutorial. It's going to be the top of the order. Tony Gonzalez, the left fielder, and I like to write down their arms. He has a strong arm, S2. That's his assist rating. Johnny Briggs is the center fielder, and he's got an arm of, here at the bottom, A2. So that's an average arm with a 2 assist rating. That means on the die roll 6-1 to 2, he's out on an assist. And of course, the last one is Johnny Callison, and we'll pull him up in a second. So let's get Tom Seaver to throw a pitch here in the top of the 6th inning. That's a 33, and that's going to be line base hit. Let's just do that straight line like that. And that is the second hit. He's 2 for 2 today. Gonzalez is. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat, and here's Johnny Briggs. The score is 4-1. Pitch. And a 6 is a 14. A 14 is going to be an automatic double play if it's a ground ball, and it is a ground ball. It's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, and we're just going to write double play. 2 out. And now let me look at Callison's arm. Callison is in right field, and his right field arm is an average 4. And here's Dick Allen with nobody on, top of the 6th. We look at the 6th column, 64. It's a blank. We're going to look at Tom Terrific. Terrific is a beat pitcher today, and we said it was a 64, and that's going to be an out. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, none left. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Kenny Boyer. Going to start off the inning. Kenny Boyer is 1 for 2 today. Here's a pitch from Hall. Remember, Hall's a C pitcher or a C column pitcher. And we're looking in the 6th column. That's a 36. 36 is a blank. We check Hall's card. 36 under C is going to be an out. 1 away. And again, you can look for the out. If I pull this card, he's a right-handed batter. It's a ground ball to third base. Third baseman Dick Allen fires to first for the out. That's what I just wrote 0 just to kind of speed it up a little bit so I can do the Jerry Bushek with 1 out. Again, we look at column 6 because we're in the 6th inning. 56, and a 56 is a blank. We look at Hall's card, 56, in the C section is a strikeout. So a curveball gets Bushek. 2 out. In the bottom of the 6th, and Jerry Grody's up. 34 on Grody's a blank. 34 on Dick Hall is a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. Grody's on at first, and here's Tom Terrific. Pull a card. It's a 65, and that's going to be an out to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the top of the 7th, and the score's 4-1. That's about it for the tutorial. I want to keep it short and sweet, and this is CP Cards and Dice. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello, and I will see you guys soon. Fall Classic Baseball.